Hey guys, my name is Steve, and you're watching a 10-minute condensed version of the past 6 years it took to take my base model 86 Dodge Omni to transform into the custom car it is today. I hope this video gives you a sense of the dedication my friends and I had to this project. I'd like to start this commentary by stating I had zero mechanical aptitude before tearing down my daily driver to its bare frame. The project all started when I blew the head gasket on the highway. It was either junk the car that my grandfather had given me prior to passing away, or fix it. And like most automotive projects, a new head gasket turned into a new engine, which turned into custom gauges, which turned into custom interior, and added power required better suspension and brakes, and the snowball continued. As you'll notice through these pictures, the seasons are changing. The project started in May of 2012. It was stripped down to a bare frame and built all the way back up to a running car in 3 months. But it didn't leave the garage until March of 2013, almost a year later. This was due to a major vacuum and electrical problem that took us a long time to figure out. Eventually, we decided we couldn't wait any longer and we wanted to just take it out of the garage even though it didn't idle. I also want to mention that I hadn't even driven a stick before, so here I was learning how to drive a manual car for the first time and it didn't even idle. It actually went a lot better than expected, and we had a ton of fun finally getting the car out of the garage. I mean, it was so long up to this point. This will actually become really obvious when you hear us giggling like little schoolgirls while we're finally getting to drive it. Check it out. Alright, March 21st, car's still not idling. Got the interior put together. I'm going to take it out for the first time. See what happens.
Alright, this is good. Get forward. Holy! Oh my God, that flew hard! Did you see it just go boom? Oh my God!
Told you, little schoolgirls. Anyway, after taking it out, we learned a lot. We were actually able to get it to idle and slowly get it to run pretty well. Then we bought bigger tires, which we found out after about 50 miles that they were too wide in the back, and we ended up blowing one on the highway from it rubbing on the spring. Then of course we added nitrous. What car enthusiast doesn't love Fast and Furious? As I'm sure you noticed in these videos, even though the car was running and was actually kind of quick, the engine sounded horrible, sounded like whining in the engine, which at the time we had no idea what it was. Later to find out that the camshaft was actually too tight. These issues, along with learning more about more efficient intakes and better computers, made us decide to pull the motor again and update a few things along with fixing the issues that we had. Among fixing these issues and adding parts that made the car run more efficiently, we also swapped to a 5-lug hub, upgraded the brakes even further, and then added a few more custom bits such as the front air dam and side skirts and the cowl hood, which is aesthetically questionable, but I love it. Unfortunately, the technician driving the car and the dyno only ran the car up to 4,300 RPM. So the numbers in the printout are actually 1,000 RPM short of the shift point. We still don't know what the max power actually is, but these numbers were good enough for us. Now that I had the car running better and more reliable, it was time to make it more presentable. I really enjoyed the sleeper vibe, with the crappy paint job and a car that could outrun many other cars on the road. However, I always had a desire to make it more presentable, and to be something that others might actually come to appreciate, rather than laugh at before they had the smile wiped off their face because it was way faster than they thought it might be. I wanted it to really make my grandpa proud, honestly. So I saved up my money and finally had a professional take over part of the build. 2.5 years later, grueling years later, I have that car. It's been called many things. Green Beast, the Green Arrow, the Hulk, and the list goes on. But to me, it's just my Omni. And all of its 2,400 pound Synergy green glory, all finished. But seriously, it's a project car. Is it ever finished? I have a whole list of people that I couldn't have done this project without, but I want to give a special shout out to my good friend and master mechanic, Dan Delamater. He spent more time with me working on my car than most people do on any of their own projects, probably combined. He's been a huge part of why the car is where it is today. I just want to say officially, thank you.